install it, this is the way, guys. First, sorry, no. Right, sir. Yeah, now. Guys, first type like SQL Server download. So when you download, now always, as I was saying it many times, that whenever you are going to download any, whenever you're dealing with the data, okay, yeah, in the last class we have seen some quick history about the, you know, what is the database, guys, over here. Like, the usually data is a collection of numbers, symbols, and combination of all of them. This will be broadly divided into two types. One is called as structured data or and unstructured data. The unstructured data we are not going to deal with. So we are dealing with the structured data. Okay, now this structured data is, again, it is a related information. Now what the structured data is nothing but when there is a meaningful data. That meaningful data is also called as information. This information together, related information together, will be stored in a database which is called as SQL database. Okay, now this SQL database examples are like SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, and DB2. And the other case, that is NoSQL, these are the ones. So now today we are going to get into the NoSQL database, which is called as SQL Server. Now in this, if you want to download the SQL Server, just put it on the SQL Server download and you will be getting it. And click on the first link with the Microsoft. This is a product of Microsoft. So when you click it on, you will get like this. So go down over here. This is the one you have to use it. The developer environment. This one, when you do it, it is very quickly, you will be getting the exe file, guys. This, when you do this, you will be downloading the server. Remember this, this will be downloading the server. And after downloading has been finished, something like this you will be having. First you will be getting like this, click on the basic, and then you can go to that editor and like editable, like all these things are the simple steps will be done where you will be downloaded successfully. After this, you will be entering into a SSMS. If you want to get it, now you will be having a button over here, install SSMS. You can click on this, or you can directly put it on over here as MS, download SSMS. Now when you do this, again you can see the Microsoft one. Click on this, you will be getting this page. That is what I have shown you over here, the same page. You will be getting this link, download SQL Server, yeah, Studio. This one you will be downloading. This is the client, guys. This is the client. Here it is. Now this is a quite a big file. It is not a small file, like around 500 plus the GB will be, MB will be coming up. So again, after installation, it will occupy 2 GB of memory or approximately like that. Okay, now after doing this, now the first thing, okay, this is what it is. Yeah, this is a similar thing, guys. Whatever, I will just reorganize these things. Again, I will share you. I will take it as SQL Server. Yeah. पुलिस वाले पकड़ लिए क्या? गाड़ी निकाल दी तो मैं सोचा था ऐसे बचा रहे हो. ठीक है. Now The first thing is, now understand the structure, guys. Whenever you are going to deal with the database, there will be two types of people will be working on the database. One is the core people who will be working on the database. Core people, their life is completely database only. Okay, that they are designated as database developer, and second one is called as database architect. They call it as architect also. Now these people are this is the guy who will design the complete structure of the database. Now how many tables should be, which table will be connected to which one, all these things will be developed by these people, given a structure over there. Now that one will be developed by the developers. Multiple developers will be there. Now these people are the core people who will be working on core database. Their duty is to deal with the database. Okay, now there will be another set of people will be there, that is ours, like us. We are not going to be a core database developer. No way. We are not going to be the core database. We are the users of the database. We are the users of the database. Just like, you know, if you want to see it, like if you look at car, okay, there will be two types of people will be there who will deal with the car. One, the car manufacturing company, who is corely develop and maintain the cars. Their duty is that. The other one is users who use the database. Now we are the users over here. Now users means we are not the end user. Our core language will be, our core expertise will be a software like Python or Java or C++ or C#. These are the different languages we will be expertised with, and we are going to connect it from here, from Python or Java to the database. Okay, this is our expertise will be. Our core expertise will be Java or a language. Now we are going to work now. 1 second. Okay, now there will be, like, if you know that there will be an 3-tier architecture, guys. I told you, I think so. 3-tier architecture. Here there is a one, and then there will be a second set of people will be there over here. Sorry. And then there will be third will be there over here. Okay, like this, the third will be there. Now these are the 3 types of sets will be there. Now this is called as UI, this is called as application server, this is called as database. Okay, the people who work on core UI are called as front end developers. These people are usually called as either application developer or backend developer, guys. Okay. Now there is a database will be there over here. These people who are corely working on this, they call it as database developers. Okay, but how the connectivity will be there is, the UI people will be designing the UI, and from here they will connect it over here. From here we are going to connect it, and we are going to get the data, and we are going to display it over here. Now this connectivity, now this one, when it is connected to this, here we are going to use the Python or Java or C++, something like this. What technology will be used over here? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, and Bootstrap, something like this. There are many are there, you will be using it. Now they are very, very easy to work it out. Very easy to work. Now this is the one where is core. Now here we are using the SQL language. Okay guys, SQL. Now you as a developer, you will be sitting over here in the application, and you are going to connect it to the database. Now till now we have dealt it like so many programs. Where we wrote the programs, we wrote it in the pie chart. Right, that is our environment. That is our environment. From our environment, we have to connect it over here. And again, you are not the authorized person to design the database. Remember, no. Who is the authorized person? architect, database architect, and who will develop the environment? Database developer will be the one who will be developing. You are mere user. Okay, but still what we are going to do it is, we are now, whenever you are going to take an interview, the interviewer will definitely ask you how to create a table, how to create the, how to enter the data into that, how to use the joins, how to use the set operators, how to use the views, what is primary key, what is data. These things they will ask you, but you will never be doing in the real time. Real time, all you will be doing is that, update, insert, and read. That's it. Read the data, update the data, and insert or delete it. If you want to delete, you can do it. Almost like a CRUD operation, only the create you are not going to do it. Create of the table will be done by these people. Okay, guys, clear? Now, from the database prospects, we are going to look at that. Whenever you are going to talk about, I told you the SQL is, now SQL database is a schema based database. What do you mean by schema? I said it, structure. Okay, you need to have the structure first. Okay, you need to have the structure in order to deal with the SQL database. Remember that you need to have the structure. So first and foremost, as I told you, there will be two parts will be there in the database whenever you are talking about RDBM, any DBMS. Now this is the database server. Okay, this is the database server, and around this we will have the client, guys. What is a client? Client is nothing but a simple software. Okay, simple software. Now we are not going to do it from the Python developer prospects as of now, but we will directly look how the database developer will be working on. We will be directly working on the database. Okay, then at the last class I will show you how we will be connecting from the Python to the database. Okay, now see, this is the database server, guys. This is a server. This part is called as a server. Okay, now this part is called as a client. Okay, client. Now the communication between the client and the server will be established with a language called as SQL. Okay, now if you want to create anything from here, this is a client, this is the one you are accessing directly. You will be accessing with this one. You will nowhere accessed with this one. Okay, if you want to do anything directly over here, you are going to use the SQL language and you are going to do it. Now first I said you, now this is a software, default software will be there. Already there will be some programs will be installed over here. Now just imagine we are looking at the client. Okay, client, we are looking at the client. Now this is the server and this is the client, guys. Client, we are going to use it to interact it, and server is the one where actual data is stored. Now how it look like is, this is, I will show you. Here it is. You can see this SQL Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. This is where you will be using the client over here. I will click it on. It will be opening up. Now try to understand the steps, guys. First, you will understand the steps means it is very easy to move forward. Yeah, I just open that PPT also, so that it is easy for you. Now, yeah, obviously I copied from somewhere. I didn't design all the things. Okay, now don't go and search. So don't waste your time searching from where I copied. I did it multiple things. Wherever I found that there is a good material is there, I took it. I'm going to share it with you, no problem, because it's not solely from me. I copied. Okay, now what is a database over here? Database is a collection of the related data which represents some aspects. Now this is a very professional terminology. In a simple way, when we store the data is called as a database. That is related data, related information together is called as stored in a data that is related to a particular object. Any particular object, that is called as a database. Okay, now if you want to just, usually database will be like this. they will represent it as. Now, what is the database management system? Database management system is a software. What is the purpose of it? To do the data manipulations. Okay, that is what sorting, retrieving user data by considering appropriate security measures. That is what it is. Now, these data types will be, this DBMS are of three types. One is the hierarchical should be the one, then network, then relational database. Okay, now hierarchical is the one which is developed by the IBM people. It is the top-down approach. It is one to many relationship will be used. The mapping is one to many, and you know, there was a complexity. It was, as the data is growing bigger and bigger, it was very difficult to reach from one place to another, one part to another, so there was no pointers involved. Then we got it over here with a network database. इसका क्या करना है? Right, it's showing like this. Will it be showing like this? No, right? It's not a usually it will be showing like in a presentation mode, right? Okay, not a problem. Let's go with it. Okay. Okay, now this is the one, guys. And after this, what is a relational database? I got some information over here. Just check it out. Relational database means the data is stored in the form of tables. These tables are called as relations. It's not being shown. What happened? Why is not shown? Just give me 1 second. It's extended. Can you see it now? Is it clear? Okay. Now see it now. It was in the extended mode. Okay, so full one you can see. Now, if I open this one, then no, put it in the duplicate. Right. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, guys. So, like this is what is the relational database. about the relational database, guys. Now, then why we have to use the SQL over here? The SQL stands for the structured query language. It is specially used for the manipulation. Now, as I told you last time, that this SQL was developed by the IBM people, right? IBM people. And you know, before the IBM people started using in the system this was came out with the like Oracle people, and Oracle people named this one as PLSQL and they started using it. Then afterwards, the Microsoft people took a version of them, they gave it as TSQL and they started using it. So all the different people started using the SQL. So this one came into the picture. What is this? The ANSI, that is American National Standard Institute, and it made a rule that whatever the relational database will be there, they have to support the SQL language. That is the reason why if you know one SQL, you can play with all the databases. Okay, that is a rule, we got it over here. Now, the things what we can do it with SQL is execute the queries. You will see what is a query is nothing but retrieve the data, insert the record, update the record, delete, create database, tables, stored procedures, use, and the permissions. This is all some of the things you will be seeing all of them as a part of our this thing. Now, this is a quickly about the information about the SQL. Like SQL stands for like, and what are the databases which use the SQL is MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, and there is a study says that nearly around thousands of this RDBMS databases are there. Okay, now as per the suggestions of the ANSI, this has to be SQL has to be supported by all the RDBMSs, whatever is being used as of now. Okay, now the history, this is the Raymond and the Donald, these two people developed it, which we have seen it yesterday. This is also called as SQL. Initially it was called SQL, later on it was came into the existence as SQL. And in 1972, the relational database was the one which was a big success. This relational database is turned out to be an Oracle. Okay, because of these people, the IBM opened their eyes and they started investing in their own database called as, you know, DB2. And this is again the same thing is there over here. Now these are the some sub languages. Now before getting into this, I want to explain something over here. Okay, now this is a very important one, guys. Now SQL is a schema based database. That means structure. Okay, there should be a specific structure. Now just imagine taking into the consideration this one. This is the database you have. Okay, now this one, you see this, we are open the database over here. Now I'm entering into this. Now this all, you can see this all folders, do you think that I created? No, it has been already created by the, you know, the people who developed this one. What is this is whatever you are seeing over here, this environment is called as a client. Okay, this client is automatically connected to the database server. Okay, database server. Now this client, you can see this. What is this? Databases. Okay, databases. Now this one which I created for my own purpose. Now there will be system database. Can you see it? Who created this? This is the system database. By default, you will be having these databases. These database. Now ignore this one. This is not related to us. Let me see this if I can delete it. The security permissions are there. I can't do it. Yes, I can. Now this is the default databases, guys. This is the default database. Okay. Now these databases are already created in the database server. Now each and every database is having its own set of tables. Can you see it? There is a set of tables are there, system related tables, and you know, external tables, and you know, graph, some it's not there. Now these are the system related tables. Now like this. Now this one, if you check it out, this is having its own tables. Okay, system related tables. Now the something like this. there is, it's not there. Some, okay, all these things are by default, it will be there, guys. Now just imagine one thing. This is your client or your server. Now we have seen that there are multiple databases are there inside. This is one database, that is master database. There is one more, there is one more, there is one more. Okay, like this, there are some databases are there inside my, these are the default ones, right? These are the default ones, guys. A bit smaller. Now this is, you are not creating them, already the system is created. Now this one is the master. Now there are some databases are there, master, model, MSDB and testDB. Now this one is the master database. Master. Okay, now this is MSDB and this is the system and this is the temp and all these things are there. Now this is a database. This is a database. What is this? This is a database server. Server will have the multiple databases. Now in these are the system databases, guys. These are the system. By default, you are in the master database. Whenever you open it up, by default, you will be in the master database. Now, how to know that you are in the master database means, now you have to write the queries, right? Now, first, simply I will write this one, a new query. This is the editor environment where you write the queries. Click on this. You will be getting this. It is just like your PyCharm editor, right? How it is, just like that. Here you will write the queries, you will write the code and you will be executed. Now here, can you see this? What is this? Master. By default, you are in the master database. By looking at this only, you can understand. So by default, you are here. Now, if you want to create your own data, first you want to create your tables. So what you'll do it, if you create a table now, that will be getting into master database. Master database, the table. You don't want that. What you want, I want to create my own database. First step, what guys? Create my own database. And after creating my database, I created where I am currently. I am currently in this. And I am created one database. Okay, I created one database. Maybe I will keep it as a student database I want to create, or the employee database. Let's take it as an employee database over here. Okay, EMP database, EMP DB I will create. I created it, but what is my current location? My current location is still in the master. So what I have to do after creating it, I have to shift my location from here to inside this, right? Then I have to get into this. So in order to get into this, I will use the use command. To create a database, we are going to use the create command. Okay. And to use, that is, you want to get into this one, any particular database, use the use command over here. Once you use and give the database, automatically you will be getting into this database. Okay. After getting into this database, now you can create a table over here. Okay. Inside this, you will be getting the table over here. Remember this. Inside this, we will be getting a table. Okay, guys. First, we will be creating the database, and then we will be creating, we will use the database, and then we will get into a particular, then we will create a table. Now, this is what you are doing. You are creating first database. That is a structure. Then afterwards, getting into that database. Okay. Then afterwards, you are creating a table. What is this? This is also a structure. This is a structure. So these are creating the schemas. You are creating the schemas, right? This comes under the DDL language, that is data definition language. Okay, in the last class I told you the SQL will be having a 5 major languages. What are those, guys? What is DDL? data definition language, data manipulation language, data query language, data control language, and data transaction control language. Okay. Now this is specially deals with what? Creation. You want to create it, you want to do anything with the structure, you will be dealing with it. So this is data definition language. Okay. What you will do here? Create, alter, drop, and rename. These are some of the things, or truncate also will come over here. Truncate will also come over here. Now this is specially, now we are going to deal with the first part. What is this? Create. So first what we do it, guys? Create database. What do you want to create? Create database, right? Obviously I create database, and I will give the create database name as employee. Okay. Now when I do this, automatically this will create me this database, guys. Okay, this will create a database, but you are not default. By default, you will not enter into that. You created it. In order to enter into that, what do you do it? Use. Okay, use. Employee. You are going to do it. Then you will be using this employee, and you are getting into the employee database. Okay. Then after that, then what is the next one? Create table. Create the table. Create table and table name. What is the table name? EMP table. I will give it. EMP table. Inside this, the table means, you have to give it a, usually table will have what? First row will be what? Table label. First row of the table will be table label, guys. That is column labels. Call it as column labels. Now this is a table I'm having it. This table, if I'm having this table, the first one will be column labels. So whenever you are creating a table over here, you have to give the column labels. What are the columns you are going to have it? Okay. So you are going to give the first column, column 1. Then you will be giving the second column, third column, and fourth column. But it depends like what column you want it. First one is employee ID. I will give it as employee ID. What type will be employee ID usually? Integer. We will take it as integer. So I am having a data type called as int. You can give it int. Then what is the next one? Name. Employee name. EMP name, guys. Now what type we will be having? String. In the string we are having in SQL, we are having multiple. Char is there, text is there, varchar is there, varchar max is also there. So I will tell you what is the difference of that. Varchar max I am going to give it. Now what is the advantage of this? I am going to give it, tell you, not to worry about. Then next one, I will give the employee designation. Okay, what is the designation, guys? What will be designation? Usually what type of data it is? String. Varchar. Now var will stand for variable length character. Okay, it's variable length character. So now you are going to use it max. Okay, this is the most frequently used one whenever you are dealing with it. Now I want the salary. EMP salary. What value will be there? EMP salary? Integer or decimal. We are having a decimal also. I want to give a decimal over here. Decimal is just like the float. Okay. Now this one we will be having two parts. Total length of the how many digits you wanted. I will say that maybe 6 digits. Total 6 digits. Total 6 or 7 digits. Or 8 digits. Let's take it 8 digits. And you know how many decimals you wanted. Out of this 8, how many decimals we wanted? 2. Okay. So before decimal, there will be 6 places. After decimal, there will be 2 places. Okay, guys. Like this, you will be dealing with it. Clear? Now, after this, I will end up over here. This is when I run this one, automatically what happens? I will create a table structure schema. I create a table structure over here. Now, after creating this table structure, now you got the table structure like this. EMP, ID, emp id, emp name, emp designation, emp salary. Okay, something like this we are going to get it. This structure we are going to get it over here. I will remove this part. Now this is what we got it. Next, what is that? Next, create record, that is insert the data, right? You are going to insert the data. Insert it. There is an insert command is there. These insert commands will be coming under the DML. Data manipulation. What are the things will come here? Insert, update, delete, all these things comes under this. Okay. Now, after inserting the data, you inserted some data, guys, over here. Now you will see this 111 you inserted, 2233. Oh, sorry. I will give it as A, and here designation PM, and salary I will say that 50,000, something like that. It will. Okay. I will enter something. Clear, guys? Now this one, how to enter? Using the insert command. Now insert, whenever we are dealing with the insert, guys, try to understand, because writing the code will be different, explaining it over here will be different. Now remember this structure. Based on this structure, you are going to insert it. Now simple, how you will do it? If I say that insert into which one I want to insert, which table? Insert into table, EMP table, right? EMP table. So that is what you will be writing. How you speak, right? That is the way you will be writing it over here. Insert into table. That's it. Create table. One will say that create table first, then create the database. What is that? That's a general perfect English. So the same way we are going to use it. That's the reason why this SQL comes under the 4th generation language. SQL comes under the 4th generation because it with all the commands will be like a sentence. Now Python 3.x also comes under the 4th generation. Now Java will come under the 3rd generation. C++, Python 2.x, all this comes under the 3rd generation language. Okay. Now this one is a 4th generation, and the 5th generation is the one where you no need to write it. Once you speak it, that will be able to write the code by itself. But still they are in the development stage. One of the language which is very in the advanced level is called as Prolog. Prolog 5 they will say. Prolog 5. Okay. Now that is called as 5th generation language. Now this is the 4th generation language because you will write the code as if you are speaking in an English. Okay. Now this is insert into table. Okay, what table? Insert into table. What is the table name over here? I will give it EMP table. Insert into EMP. Now then we will be writing it over here. What you want to insert here? What is that called as? Values. Right? They are called as values. Insert into the tables values. And you will be giving it employee ID. Give the employee ID. Then what? Employee name. And remember this, whenever you are using string over here, you have to use the single quotes. Don't use the double quotes. So here A. Okay. Next one, we will be doing it employee designation. That is PM. And then employee salary. Employee salary, I will give it as whatever I wanted over here. 50,000.00. I can do it. No problem. Okay, guys. Now, when I do this, automatically it will insert this one into this. Got it? Now I want to enter second one. Then give a comma and enter the second record. Within the parenthesis, you enter the second record 222 and give it B and give it technical manager TM, and next one is like 65,000. Okay, guys, like this here. Clear? Now this is a way you have to insert it. Simple. You see this? We created a table, the database. Then we use that database, and then we created a table inside this, and we are using this, creating the structure of the table, and then we inserted the value inside the table. Okay? Now let's do this one, guys, one after the other. So remember this one. First, you have to create a database, and then you have to use the database, and then you have to create a table. Remember the table structure and then insert it. This is the one. Later on, you do whatever you wanted. It's up to you. Now, this is a basic structure you require. Now, here you can see this. DDL can do it, create, alter, drop, rename, truncate, and comment. Comments also will be coming over here. The comments is how you will give the comments means in Python we use the hash, right? Here you are going to use the / and the star. Okay. Now then you will write it like welcome to SQL server database. Okay. Now I will write it as database and end it with the again star /. That's it. This is considered as a comment. Okay, comment. So here we will be doing one after the other, guys. First we will do the create, and then let me enter the data into that, and let me do some manipulations over here. We can do that insert, update, delete, and all these things, and then we will come back and do the alter, drop, and all those things. Okay, so that by moving back and says by the end of the class we will drop off everything. We will drop off everything so that we do. Now let's move on, guys. Now let's do it with the so these are the ones. Rename, concat, truncate, and all these things we are going to see it. So this is a data manipulation. Okay, now let's date one after the other. Now first we will create it, guys. This is my database. This is the environment. I will show you once again. If you will be seeing the first part like this. This will be coming up. Just say connect. So automatically it will be getting connected to this, and you will be getting everything like this. Okay. After this, there will be already some databases will be there inside this. Now, first you want to start writing. You should get this coding environment editor. You have to use the new query. Can you see it? New query. So once you click on this, you will be getting it over here. Okay. Now, by default, you are in the master. Clear? Now I want to see all the databases what are existing inside this. I don't know how many databases are there, right? So first I will use it as select. Now I'm using the caps. This is SQL is not the case sensitive. You can use the small and the caps, and star from. Select means I'm selecting everything from system dot. I will say that databases. Databases. Okay, like this. Databases. Can you see it? Now, this one is not required the semicolon, guys. No need of semicolon, but practice with the semicolon. Because you know some of the databases they require the semicolon, like MySQL, and some of them they require it. So if you use the semicolon, it is better. Now for this, there's no problem at all. There's no problem at all. Now you can just select this one. All of you can't see this one. Guys, everyone is facing the same problem. Who all are online? Everyone can't see the screen clearly. Then Shekhar, I think that you have to check your internet. Okay, thanks. Now, once I do this one, okay, all I have to do it is now execution means not like our Python. Don't go and execute it like this. Whichever the one you want to execute, that one you have to highlight it over here and then say execute. Okay, once you click on this execute, guys, automatically it will say as this one. Can you see the output? Now here down you can see the output screen over here. Can you see this? Clear? Now here we are seeing all the databases over here, all the details of the database. Yeah, these are really painful. Now this, all the details of the data. I don't want all these things. I want only the name. Okay, when I say star means get all the details. So I will get all the details over here. Now I don't want to get all the details. What I wanted, only name. So give the name. How the name is written over here? Like write it down over here. See this, I'm writing it once again. Select name from system.databases. Okay, like this. Now you will get only name over here. Let's see the name. Only name I got. Okay, now you see how many are there? 4 databases are there default. Okay, these are system built. We didn't created any of them. Now we are going to create our own database. Now this is an output screen. You will not have any option to do it. All you have to do it is Control R. Control R. When you do it, it will be gone. Okay. Now then I want to create a table, guys. How you will do it? Database. I want to create a database. Create database. This is a command, and I will give the name as EMPDB. That is employee database. Now I will give a semicolon. Now without semicolon also it will work, guys. Now I will give a semicolon over here and like this, highlight it. I want this one to be executed. If I'm not doing this, I will do this means first this one will be executed, then this one will be executed, then this one will be executed. Okay, I don't want like that. I want only this one to be executed. So highlight this and run it. Then you will be saying that command is done successfully. Now you can't see this one. Why? Means you have to refresh it. This is mandatory. I just created a database. Now see this one. Inside this, you have all these tables. Who created? By default, the system created. Now here there are no tables are there. So no, if I create any table, it will be getting down over here. I do not having any. There are no views are there, and there are no keys and all these things. You can see it over here. As we move forward, I will show you. Now this is the way I created my database, guys. There is one more way is also there. Directly click on the databases, right click on this new database. Can you see it? If you click on this, it will ask you the database, which one you wanted, give it and click on this, it will be creating the database. That's simple. Okay, but preferably go with this one because this is the one you will be using in the most of it. This facility will not be there with all the databases. That's why I especially wanted to train you. You can do it both graphically and character based, CUI and GUI. Okay, now I created. What is my current database, guys? Master. Can you see this here? Master. So I want to get into my own database. What is EMPDB? How I'll do it? Use EMPDB. Okay, guys. Now I will use the semicolon. Again, it's up to you. I strongly recommend you to practice this one because then you will be learning some other database also. Once I do this, the commands completed successfully. Now you are in automatically. Can you see it here? You changed it to this. Okay. Now you can also do it over here like this. You can directly say that. You can go and do it. Master means again you are in the master. Now again, if you do this, just observe this one, guys. It's changed. Okay. Now then we created. Now we have created this one. We created our own database and we jumped into that. Now next one is create the table, right? Our table structure will be having the same structure, guys. This one, EMP ID, EMP name, EMP designation, and salary. Now let me do this. First one, create what? What you want to create? Huh? Table. What's the name of the table? EMP table. Then start the structure with a parenthesis. First ID and what should be int. Okay, int is a data type. There are some data types are there. These all are primitive data types, guys. That is, they are having a predefined memory allocation. Next one is EMP name. This is the name, the column label I'm giving it. Now, what is that? Varchar max. I will go to tell you this one, guys, this databases quickly. Now, Emp designation. What is this? Okay. Then employee salary. What do you want to give it? Decimal. Or we have money also. Money is the database which is used to store the money, currency. Any currency you can use it. You can use the money, you can use the decimal, you can use anything. Let's use the money as of now. We've seen the decimal just now. I explained you. I will show you the money. Now let's do this one. How to execute this one? Select this all. Remember this. This part you have to select it and then click on execute. Now you see this commands completed successfully. Maybe I do some mistakes. So just look at this one very carefully. It's not my core area. Now this is, now in order to see this, I have to refresh it. Okay. Now I will do this and tables. Can you see this one? This table. Okay. Now, what is the structure of the table? Now, we have seen the table, right? I want to see the structure. Here, I can go and see the design. Can you see? Right click design. If you click on this, you will see the design of the table. Emp ID, Emp name, Emp designation, and money. All these are allow null. Allow null means you can give empty also. You can leave empty also in that. Okay. If you don't want to give ID, you can leave it. It will come by default null over there. If you don't want to give the name, you can leave it. You can give the ID and you can leave the name. It's up to. So allow nulls means you can leave empty. Okay. Now it is all are saying allow nulls. I will show you how to remove that. I will tell you. Now this is a structure. No, I don't want to see it over here. I want to see it over here. Then we are having a command called as sp, guys. sp underscore help. Okay, SP stands for stored procedure. Stored procedure means that is like a function, guys. It is a default function. Okay, now this is SP help and I will give it as EMP table. Okay, EMP table, I use the semicolon over here. Okay, now when I run this one, if I execute this, see down over here, you will see the structure. Can you see the structure, guys? Now, wherever the varchar will be, the integer will be occupying 4. Now, this is occupying 8 bytes. Okay. Now, here, this precision and the scale. Precision means total number of values, total number of how many digits you can enter. Inside the 19, 4 means 4 decimal points. Scale means 4 decimal points. In the 19, 4 will be decimals and 15 will be the before decimal, the integer part. Okay, remember that, guys. This one, this is precision and the scale. Here, integer 10, you can enter maximum 10 digits, but though no scale is there. Scale means dot. After decimal, you can't give it anything. Now, varchar means -1, and here also varchar -1. This is like, it is not occupying by default. It is not giving any space to you. Based on your usage, you will be allocated the memory. If you wanted to use USA, then it will allocate only 3 bytes. No, you want to use the Arjun, then it will allocate the 5 bytes. Now, if you want to use the bigger one, then it will allocate based on that sentence. Okay, guys, we will talk about this one detailedly, not to worry about. We will see the char and the varchar, and also what is a character will do. All these things we are going to see, not to worry about. So this is the way it will be the structure. And the other way is, now if you want to move out of this, Control R. Now other way is, you can see this way also, number of columns. Can you see it? Columns. If you click on the columns, you can see all this. See, clearly you can see the varchar max and money. Okay, guys, so you can do it. Now we didn't give any keys, we didn't give it any constants, we didn't give it over here. No triggers, no indexes, no nothing is there over here as of now. Okay, guys. Now, this is the way I created my structure, the table structure I created. How many tables I have it, how to see it means select star from system objects, where now if I give it something like this, guys, you will be seeing a lot of tables over here. It's all are system generated tables. Now in this, the X type should be U over here. I'm just searching for the U. Can you see U, guys, over here? What is this? User, we defined. U type is, type U is, X type U means you will see that whatever the tables which we created. Okay. Now, how to do this now? I will just show you. I want to see only the user defined tables which we created. That is X type, where X type is equals to U. U, guys. Okay. Now, when I give it U, then it will be giving me the, see this, it will get only one table. I created only one table, right? That table I got it. Okay, guys. Now you know some of the commands which are important, like how many tables inside the database, you can see it, and how to shift, how to create a database, we have seen it. How to shift from the database, we have seen it. How to create a table, we have seen. Now next one is enter the values into the table, right? Enter the values. Again, we have multiple ways we can enter it. Now, first one is insert into table name. What is the table name? Emp table. Okay. What you want to enter inside this? Values. And how many are there? What is the structure over here? This is the structure, right? So, first one is number, integer, then name. Okay. Next, I will give it as designation, EM, and then I will give the salary over here, 50,000. Okay. Now I will do it. Now this is for the one record. If I run this one, what should happen? This will be entering the record into this structure, whatever we created. Okay. Now how I'll do it? Okay. Give a semicolon. I will run this one. Correct. Where it is incorrect. This has to be closed. Okay, this is done. Okay, now I want to see the value, whether it is entered or not, right? How I'll do it? Select. Select is a way of seeing the data in the table. Select star. Star means all columns. From which table? Emp table. Okay, Emp table over here. And then I will highlight this and I will run it. Now you see, I got it. Okay. Now I want to see only, now I don't want to see all of them. I want to see only the name, designation. Only name and designation. How I'll do it, guys? Star means all the columns. Only name and designation is select Emp name and Emp designation. From where? Okay, guys. Got it? Clear? Now I want to enter one more record. Now I entered only one record. I want to enter multiple records. Once again, I'm writing, guys. Insert into table name, not table name here. What is that? Emp table, and I want to enter the values. And here I will enter, like, first one is ID, right? 2 and name is equals to B. Okay. Next one, designation, TM, technical manager. Salary 65,000. Like this, I will get it. This is the second record. I want to enter the third record also. Comma and next brackets. 3 and C developer, and maybe 45,000. Okay, how many records I entered? 2 of them. Okay, now based on that, now see this guys, how many columns are there for me total? If you want to see the structure over here, see this structure. How many columns are there? 4. First one is what? Employee ID, employee name, employee designation, employee salary. Based on all the columns, I'm entering it. Okay, now I will run this one. 2 records are affected. Okay, now I want to see all of them. Select star from Emp table. Okay guys, now once I run this one, you will be getting it. Clear? Now this of getting it, where I am doing it, directly on the database we are doing it. This I want, we will be, as a developers, we will be doing it from the pie chart. Remember this, from the pie chart, you will be connecting to this SQL server. There will be some drivers will be there. Using the default drivers, you will be connecting and you will be executing the same thing. This one, this information, it will be displaying over here. It will not display over here. Directly in our pie chart, it will display. If I delete it over there, that will be affected over here. If I insert it, that will be affected over here. That is a way how you have to communicate with them. That is a major purpose. Okay. Now this is what is done. Okay. Now I want to insert a student, a employee details. I am not having his designation. We don't have his designation only. Okay. So how I'll do it, guys? Insert into is optional, again for your sake. Into is optional. If you want to give it, or if you forget it also, that's okay. Emp table, but some cases it is mandatory. Oracle, it is mandatory. MySQL, it is not mandatory. So always it is better to keep it. This is, if you learn the SQL server, you can play with all of them. Okay. Now here I will give it. But now I am having something like values, right? Values, what I'm having, guys? Employee ID 4. Okay. Now I will give it as D, and designation I don't have it. Name. Leave it empty. Oh, it will not accept. It will not accept. If I give it like that, what is saying is we will do it. I'm giving one more comma over there. Now it will scold us. Now I'm giving it as 50,000. This guy is there, 50,000. He's a CEO. CEO will not have the designation, right? So I will run this one. Okay, I'm removing this comma over here. I will remove this comma. I'm giving it. So if I run it, can you see this? Sorry. It said the column name or the number of supplied values does not match the table definition. What do you mean by that? Table definition having how many? 4. How many you are giving? So first one will be going where? Where? ID. Second one? Name. Third one? 50,000 will be getting into designation. Okay. So now this is what it is, a confused one. Okay. I don't want this one. I want this one to be PM, project manager. Now this one should be getting into this one. My intention, this one should get into this one, designation, and this one should be getting into this. But that is not understood by the system. It will not understand. The system will not understand. So what you have to do it is, this one I'm giving the name again. Just give me the name. Okay. So what I will do it is, which column labels you give. Okay. After this, give the column labels. Which column, what you want to enter. Now you can see, guys, again, this all you can write it in one single line. But you know, it will be a lot of confusing for you. I'm making it step by step. Now first one is what? Emp ID. Next one is Emp name. Next one is designation. Then next one is EMP salary. Now what values I have it? 4 will be getting into EMP. Name should be getting into this, but this is not there, right? So remove this. Simple. Remove this. And this will be getting into this one. Now let me see this. It should say it. One row is affected. Now again, if I run this one, it should be okay. Null. Can you see this? There is a null value. Okay, so this value is not given, so it got into null. Like this, you can do it. Now, if you want to practice, the best way to do it is write with the columns, guys. Write the column labels and then insert. If you have full values, also practice that way, and then it is very easy for you. Then you can practice later on this one. It is optional. You can remove the column labels anytime. Okay, guys. Now we have done the column labels. Clear? Now, next one is I want to see the data. Select star from EMP table. Okay, let me do the EMP table. Now, when I run this one, I can see all of them. Okay, I decided that I want to change something. Okay, I want to change something. Now, I want to change. Now, I want to delete this particular one. Let's say that this one I don't want. I want to delete it. So what I have to do it? Delete from where? Which table? EMP table. And which record I want to delete it? Which record? 4. What is that? Anything you can give it? ID, EMP ID is 4. Or you can say EMP name is DDD. Okay. Now just listen to this. We are going to delete from table where DDD, right? DD, that is the way you write it. Delete from table where name is DDD or ID is anything you can. Now see this. Delete from, okay, it's pure English, guys. Delete from EMP table where EMP ID is equals to 444. Okay, guys. Now, if I do this, what will happen? It will delete it completely. It will delete it. Now, you can see this. This is gone. One row is affected. Okay. Now, before writing this, just speak it out. Then you will understand it. Yeah, you can insert it. You can insert it. No problem. You can insert it. Okay. Now here, when we do this, automatically that will be deleted. Can you see this? That will be deleted. Okay. Now, now we did it. Now I want to change something. I want to give this guy who is the PM. Who is PM is there, right? I want to change his details. Okay. So I want to change his salary to maybe 60,000. From 50,000, I want to give it 60,000. So that will come under the update. Okay. Update what? Update where? Where you want to update? In the table. Which table? EMP table. Where EMP ID is equals to 111, right? You can do this, but you have to change it, right? What do you have to change? Salary, right? Here I will give it in between these two. Okay, set EMP salary is equals to 60,000. Okay, guys, like this one. Once you do this, automatically it will go to that particular table and it will find the record and it will set the. Okay. Now here, if I am going to do this, see this. One row is affected. Now you can run this one. 60. Okay, guys. Now, if I am not giving where condition, what will happen? All of them will be updated. All of them EMP will be updated. Or where is optional. Okay, where is optional. If you're not giving where, it will go to this particular table and it will alter all of them. It will change everything over here. Okay, everything will be changed over here. Now you see this. However, we are going to delete this table itself. Now I'm going to run this one. What it? 3 rows are affected. Now, if you want to check it out, emp select star from all our system. Okay. Now, if I'm not going to give the where condition, delete from emp table, and I'm not giving the where condition, what will happen? It will delete everything. Okay, everything will be deleted. If I do it, it all will be 3 rows are affected. Now your structure will still be there. Structure will still be there. If you want to remove the structure or data and structure or entire structure, means we are having drop table and table name emp table. Now there is no table at all. Now you see this. Where is that? Select star from. You will say that table doesn't exist. Select star from emp table. It's already showing me an error. Object invalid object name. That is the way it will be done. Okay, guys. Now I want to delete this one. This emp. Now it will not work because there is a lot of the programs are running. It will take some time to slow down that one. But if I change it now, just see this. I'm go to master, use master. It will not allow because there are some programs that it says that it's still in the use. Maybe if you are lucky, we can see it. Drop database. What is the database name? EMPDB. It's taking some time. And it will say that we can't delete the things which are in use. Executing the query still. Cannot drop the database here which is currently in use. Even though we are not there, it is. Okay, you may say that will it really delete it? I will create a database. Create database. Now I will give the name as employee database. Employee database. And I'm not going to use this. Now you see this, we are going to get an employee database, guys. Employee database. I want to delete this employee database. Now we didn't use it, so it is not very active. So drop database and employee. Hope it should work. Successfully done. Now here, when I refresh it, automatically it will be moved off. Got it? So we have seen some of them. Now let's see the other important things. Now this is a basic stuff what we have done it very much. We created the database, we created the table, we inserted the value into the table, we we created a table, inserted the value, we updated and we deleted all the records and deleted the table and dropped the table and also dropped the database over here. Now this is a major, the basic thing of this, what you are going to do. Now let's go through this. Okay, this we are going to see it, guys. Transaction control language. This we are not going to see it, as I told you. This is not our cup of tea. Now this we are going to see this. What is the use of this exactly? Now let's do it systematically so that you should not get confused. Now data manipulation. These are the things you will be doing, guys. Data definition. Sorry. First we will create a table, database. We created the table. Now we have done this too. This one we have done it. Okay, this one we have done. Okay, 2 of them we have done it. This one we will see it in the future. Okay, this view we will be seeing in the future. Now we have done the drop the table and drop the database. We have done it. Okay, we both done it. Now these things we are going to see it. This one this one, and this is nothing but this only. How to drop it over here. These two are same. These two are same. And then how to rename a table and how to rename a column over here. Okay, let's see one after the other. So this is the syntax. I will share, guys. This is the syntax of creating a database. Okay, now just keep it this one for your reference in the future. Now create database table. Now these are the things we can create it. We can create table, views, index, stored procedures, functions and triggers. These all of them you can create it. But again, we are not going to deal with all of them. Whatever is required, we are going to deal with. Again, this is for till the joins. I strongly recommend you to be perfect with group by, joins, and views, primary key, foreign key. These are the ones they will ask you in this. Now, apart from that, they will ask, do you know stored procedure? They will not ask, tell me what is how to write it, because till joins everyone has to know it. So that they will definitely ask. Stored procedure, if you want to learn, you can learn it. You can put it on. It's a simple like how the function we created in the Python, the same way. Okay, guys. Now, how to create a table? Here I wrote it. Create table, table name, column name, data type, column name, data type, like this. This is the one I just gave it over here. Here I use the student one, and this help will be using for what purpose? To giving us the structure. It display the structure of the table. Structure of the table. This is the way you will be doing it. Okay, guys. This we have done it just now. Now the alter command. Alter command will be doing the 4 major things. Now you can take it 3 of them. Only these 3 you can take it. These 3. Okay. This is again. This is a stored procedure. SP. This will be coming with SP underscore rename. It will be coming like this. Okay, guys, it will be coming like this. Now, sorry, how we can merge, add values one database to another database. I will tell you that is a copy we can do it. Okay. Now, if we are using the rename over here, okay, rename is a stored procedure over here. Let's see first one. How to add a new column into the table. Okay, into the table, I want to add a new column. How we will be doing with the column over here. Next, alter that column, whatever the column data type is there. Now we are giving varchar. I will give it as maybe max, right? This is very, very effective. But suppose if the starting we are given is char 50. I want to change this one to varchar. Now that can be done over here. Change the column data type. And we can drop a column also over here. How we can drop a column. Now we are going to see this one. Now see, first if you want to add a new column, not this one, we are going to use it add alter. Under the alter, we are going to use the add over here, sub key over here, add, and then give the new column name. What is a new column name? If I want to give it some like experience in the employee, we don't have the experience, right? We have the employee ID, employee name, employee designations, employee salary, right? Now employee experience is not there. Employee experience, I want to add it after creating the table. Now the table is already been created, guys. This table, I am having 4 over here. Now I wanted to do it. Okay, I want to do it over here. Okay, this one can be done with the help of alter. Alter can be used to add a new column into the table over here. How we will do it? Sin alter add. Now here alter table name, here we are going to give it, and then we are going to give the add, and then we will give the new column details over here. So alter table and table name over here, like this table name, and then we will be using the add and column and the data type of the column we are going to give. Okay, so this is the way we are going to do it. Now, if I want to change the data type of the column, here it is. If this is the again alter, where you want to perform the alter? On the table. So table, and which table? Give the table name. Okay, then alter the column over here. Column. See this. This is a keyword. Alter. Second time you have to give it alter column. The old column name and their data type. New data type you have to give it over. Suppose the already I am having this one. Okay, so I will use my column name is maybe around sorry, some name is there. Column name is like Emp designation is a column. Initially I have a char 50 over here. Now this one I want to change it to the varchar. So how I will do it? Alter table and table name I will give it. Okay, table name, and then I will use the alter again column. Okay, column, and I will give the new this column name. This column name Emp designation, the old column name with the new data type varchar. Okay, something like this you are going to do. Then automatically the new column will be altered. The new data type will be altered with the old column. Now, if you want to drop it, means just alter drop column. Okay, like this we have to do it. Now I will just execute them and I will show you how we can do it. Okay, guys. Now let me go to this. First, we don't have anything now. This one is there. Can you see this? Whether we can delete it now at least? No. I have to close it completely and open it, then I will get it. I'm going to explain you that one. I'm going to explain you char, varchar, all these things I will explain you. It's not able to do it. Okay, I will use the same data type, guys, over here. Sorry, the same database. Use employee DB. Okay, I'm using the employee DB over here. Okay, use employee DB, and then I will give it like create a table over here. Create table, and I will give the table name as employee. I give the name as a table as employee. Now I will give the structure of the employee table. What is that? Emp ID. What should be it? Int. Okay, int. And I can say that here a new attribute called as not null. This is called as constants, not null. What do you mean by not null? Means you will never enter the null over there. You will not allow the null over there. I'm giving it not null. So again, we will slowly add one after the other so that you can understand. Emp name. What is this? Varchar max. Okay, varchar. I will explain this one, guys. Not to worry about. Let me finish it off this part. Whatever DDL is there, this one rename is there, and drop is there. Truncate, okay, truncate and drop. Drop, we have done it. Drop, right? Drop table, we have database, we have done it. So this one, after this, I will insert, we have done it. So before that, before going into the next part, then I will explain you the data types over there. Okay. Now this is a rename. How to do this? Is a stored procedure actually, but this usually put it under the alter things. Now, next one is Emp designation. Here I will use the char 50. Char 50. Now there is Emp salary will be there. Here I will use the decimal. Now, decimal, we use the 5 comma or maybe 8 comma 2. I will write it 8 comma 2. Okay. Now then I will stop it over here. Something like this. Or let's take it as a 7 over here. 5 comma 2. I will get it 7. Let's take it. Now this is the structure. Now I don't have the experience. I don't have the experience. I want to add the experience into this. Now here, I will use the semicolon. Okay. See that, guys, if I make any mistake, because I use this one very, very occasionally. It's not my core area. Now I've done it. Let's see that table. Here, table. Now see the structure over here. Okay, clear? Now you know the structure. How to see the structure over here? This? No, here the structure of the table. SP help. सामने बैठे हो, ऊपर देख रहे हो. Help and give the table name. What is the table name, guys? Employee. Now this is purely from the interview prospects you are learning it. Okay, there will be, now you will be not using this according to best of my knowledge. This is purely based on the interview prospects. Okay, this is a structure. Now I want to enter the data, guys. How you'll enter? Okay, before inserting the data, I want, okay, let's insert the data and then we alter it and then we enter the data in that. Then we can use it, all of them. Insert into, finished. Can I do it? Thanks. What is the name? Employee. Okay. Now, employee, use the structure. What is the structure, guys? Employee ID, employee name, employee designation, employee salary. Okay. Now, what you have to do it? Values you have to enter, right? Give the values and then give the number. Okay. Name is ABC. Okay. Then designation is, I will give it as developer. Okay. What will be the salary we will be giving it? Like maybe 50,000. Okay. Now let's do this. Let me see this, whether this will take. We'll enter the first one. One row is affected. Okay. Now let me select star from employee. Okay. Now employee over here. I got it. Now let me enter the multiple things, guys, over here. I will just change it. I'll copy this part. Okay. Now I will give it as 2 XYZ. And here I will give a tester. And here the salary is 45K.